It was by the water. We looked, and there was this creature, and I'd never seen anything like it before. It had this, like, a bill, like a bill thing, and it was like all furry, and it was the weirdest thing.
The duck-billed platypus!
Yes, that's what the person said it was. But we got in this big fight because I think it's a duck, and I think I'm right. It's called the duck-billed platypus. But everyone else said it was a mammal. There were a few people said it was me. I just don't know. Will y'all help me decide what it is?
Yeah.
Okay,
It looks
good.
like this week we'll be looking into the duck-billed platypus. To the lab!
Now that we have Victoria's observation, we need to find a hypothesis.
First, we need to determine whether it is a duck or a mammal.
Let's list characteristics.
Why? Why are we doing this, y'all? It's so obvious to me that it's a duck. It should be to you too. Listen to the name. Duck-billed platypus.
Okay. I'll write down the name.
Thank you.
Also, platypuses have bills, which is a characteristic that all ducks have. Okay, bill,
They also swim in aquatic environments,
They do.
like the duck.
Duck.
swim. Not to mention, they do have webbed feet. Now let's list characteristics for mammals.
If there are any.
They have fur like all mammals have fur. You're right about that.
They burrow on land, like mammals.
They do burrow. And they have a tail like a beaver. And a tail like beaver. Oh yeah, not to mention, they do milk their young.
So let's take a look at this and let's just see what it is.
Victoria, what do you think?
Well, of course, I think it's a duck, but since majority rules for the sake of the scientific experiment, our hypothesis can be that a platypus is a mammal.
Good. Very good. A platypus is a mammal.
I just gotta find it. I gotta find that platypus. Aha! I found it!
Where is it?
Right here, Australia.
Oh no, you remember what happened last time we went to Australia? Guys, a little help here. Not funny. Don't worry, Liza, that won't happen again.
It won't not
Definitely
to you.
not.
No.
No, promise. Okay, so I guess we should better get our plane ticket. Oh my gosh, that was the longest flight I've ever been on.
But I'm so glad to finally be in Australia.
I know. Now we can start looking for the platypus.
I think we should probably tell all of our new viewers that have never watched the show before what we have our phone here for. We have our researcher, Stacy, back in the lab, and she's doing research for the platypus. Whenever she finds out some important information, she texts it to us.
Speaking of, I think I'm getting a message. What does it say? Stacy says that the male platypuses have poisonous spurs on their back ankles that they can use in self-defense. So we better be careful not to make them angry. Yeah, you're right about that.
Let's find some platypuses.
Let's start looking. Where are these platypuses? I don't see them anywhere.
Gotta be around here somewhere.
It said Australia.
They have to be here. Oh, hey y'all, I'm getting a message from Stacy.
What's it say?
She said that platypuses live in burrows next to rivers and streams.
Oh my gosh.
It looks like we're in the wrong spot.
Oh, bejeebies.
Judging by the way these clouds are rotating and the length of this grass, I think we should go this way.
Now that we've found our platypus, let's take a closer look at how form-fits function.
If you notice, its bill is not hard like a bird,
but soft like cartilage and is filled with many, many nerves, so it's very sensitive.
Platypuses close their eyes and ears when swimming underwater, and so they use their sensory-packed bill for navigating and finding food. They also use their webbed feet for propelling them very quickly through the water.
They usually eat tadpoles or other freshwater little critters. They get these by digging into the bottom of the freshwater rivers, lakes, streams. While they're eating, they can only be underwater for 5 to 10 seconds. But when they're not eating, just hanging out, they can be underwater for up to 14 minutes.
Wow, that takes some lungs.
They don't seem too worried about predators. I wonder why that is. That's because they have no natural enemies. Cool. Obviously, they don't live in aquatic waters because of their fur. So let's go check out their land burrow.
To the land.
Y'all know something interesting? When the male and female platypus are mating, sometimes the male will become overly excited and actually kill the female with its poisonous spur.
And male and female platypuses will live together until mating season comes around, when the female will build its own burrow that can reach up to 80 feet long.
Wow.
I know.
There's
John!
probably one around here
Look!
somewhere.
There's a platypus!
It's a platypus!
Oh
It's a platypus!
It's sitting on eggs!
I knew it was a duck!
But that can't be! They have fur!
Wait. Mammal? Eggs? It's a monitoring.
We just flew back from Australia and immediately went to our lab to review everything we have learned and further our research. We have learned that the platypus is in the kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Mammalia, genus Ornithorhynchus, and species Ornithorhynchus anatomus.
Another topic that we decided to research some more was platypus reproduction. We came to find out that a female usually has a 28-day gestation period, and after that she will lay 1 to 3 eggs. She will then incubate. The average lifespan of a platypus is about 12 years. Something else interesting that I thought I would mention is their webbed feet. They use their front webbed feet for swimming, and they use their back webbed feet for steering.
Platypuses live in eastern Australia, including Tasmania, where they build burrows for shelter and protection and live off of freshwater animals and tadpoles from the bottoms of lakes, rivers, and streams. Platypuses can eat up to half of their body weight, and they have pads in the roof of their bills for grinding food. They can store extra food in pouches in the side of their bills, which are 6 centimeters long and 4 centimeters wide, and are packed with sensory nerves for finding food. And now for a quick commercial break. Hey, may I please have a piece of gum?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, I love Stride, it's my favorite.
Me too, I love stride gum.
Wow, this gum really does last forever.
I know, it lasts so long.
Back to the show.
Platypuses are part of the order Monotremata, meaning they are reptile-like mammals. They lay eggs rather than giving live birth. After hatching, they are far more mammalian because they nurse their young. Baby platypuses are called puggles. They are about the size of a jelly bean, and they drink milk from tiny pores in the mother's skin. Females actually build their own burrow when they are pregnant. This is the only time they don't live in pairs. After hatching, the mother walls herself in for nursing. Another characteristic of platypuses is that they have the possession of poison. This is very rare in mammals. They have tiny spurs on their ankles connected to poison glands by tiny, narrow tubes. Females also have this trait, but they usually break off at age 1.
Platypuses are peaceful animals with no natural enemies. They hibernate and they can die of stress and panic if subjected to too much noise, light, handling, dryness, or anything out of the ordinary. They have 2 layers of fur that keep them virtually dry. The top layer collects water so that even the bottom layer of fur never even gets wet. Thanks for watching Girls in the Outback, and we hope to see you next week.